Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tony Holowitz, and I want to thank you for being here for our ACT Marketing Automation tutorial and video. I want you to start thinking differently about ACT. I want you to get excited about ACT again. And the reason I say that is because ACT has changed, and I think it's changed for the better. You know, one of the things that ACT has recently introduced in the last 6 months, 9 months, is they've introduced a new email program, and it's time to act. And what I mean by that is this. ACT Marketing Automation is the new tool developed by ACT. I want to be right up front with you. I want to scare you a little bit. I want you to have certain expectations. Is it perfect? No. Is it evolving? Yes. It's something that tends to improve on a monthly basis because there's so much you can do with it. It keeps growing and changing. And ACT Marketing Automation is a phenomenal tool for small businesses. What you can do with it is you can do drip marketing. Now, maybe you've heard about drip marketing before, but this takes it to a new level. You can create templates, which is pretty standard with email marketing programs. You can create landing pages, which is something very new. Many of you probably aren't aware of what landing pages are. You can also create what are called assets. So this is sort of the overview of what it can do. AMA is your new salesperson. That's what I truly believe. I believe this tool can be your salesperson. Now, the reality is if you had to hire a salesperson, it could cost thousands and thousands of dollars, way more than you'd ever spend on this ACT Marketing Automation. But the good thing about ACT Marketing Automation is when you work with it and train it and teach it and get better with it, it stays with you. It's not going to leave you. Quite often you train a salesperson and they leave. Or they don't work out and you have to let them go. So this is my goal for you. If you use ACT Marketing Automation, I want to make this the most inexpensive salesperson you've ever hired or considered hiring. Now, for a lot of you out there that are small businesses, you can't even consider hiring a salesperson. But if you wrap your mind around the idea that ACT Marketing Automation is like hiring a salesperson for all that it can do for you as a small business, as an individual, man, it's amazing some of the things you're going to learn in the rest of this webinar. Let me get into it a little bit more. First and foremost, when you have email marketing, you create a template. And for just now, I'm going to sort of zoom past that part. And let's make an assumption that we've created a template you want to send out. If you want to send out a simple single email, it's really easy. You create the template, you create what's called a campaign, and that little green square rectangle is the email you're going to send out. You send it out and it's over. Done. One time, simple. You have the ability to do so much more with it. Let's talk about that a little bit. And the way I want to talk about that is I want to introduce something to you. Let's say for a moment you're in the ice cream business. And the two types of ice cream you sell are vanilla and chocolate. Well, it is my opinion that the best way to sell this, if you have a large database and you're an individual, is throw an email out there. See what happens. But let's say, just for the sake of our discussion, that now vanilla ice cream is a very low profit item, but you sell it. Chocolate ice cream is where all the money is. So we've got a sales story going on. So let's talk about the anatomy of the email you would send out. And by discussing the anatomy of the email, well, when you first send it out, one of the things you want to know is, let's say you send it out to 1,000 people. You want to know, obviously, who opened it. You want to know, okay, wait a minute. If they didn't open it, can you resend it to the people that have not opened it, unopened? Also, you can change that second email that goes out. So maybe you change the subject line. You can test subject lines to see which one is more effective. So you can have a second email go out if the first one isn't opened. Also, you can create action items. And action items are something like in that email, let's assume you put a button in there that they can click on, or a hyperlink of some type, that when they click on it, they can get more information about vanilla or chocolate. Or maybe they've downloaded a PDF that you've included in the email. So all of these things are called action items. They could be a video. It could be a YouTube video you put in describing the benefits of buying chocolate ice cream over vanilla. So all these little items that we have in here are what really make your email. It's the content, the stuff you put in there that's going to tell you a story. So obviously when you send it out, if it's not opened, you want to send it out to them again, you can do that. If it's unopened, then you could send it out 5 more times. But what if they open it? This is where it really gets exciting. So when they open that email and they get inside the email, they can take action on certain things. And those actions are, for example, let's say there's a YouTube video in there and they make a decision to look at that video. Well, what do you want to have happen? Now, as an individual small business, it's really hard to find the time to do all this stuff. But if you find the time to learn and implement this tool and practice with it, get better at it, it's really like hiring a salesperson. So let's rethink this a minute. You take that email template, you send it out. But now, when that email goes out, we're going to add an action. Now, we can wait a day, we can wait 7 days, we can have it immediate, we can do it in many different ways. But those actions is where this really starts to take off, in my opinion. So those actions can be something such as, it can automatically schedule a call and act. So let me back up for a second. Let's say that email template you sent out has 2 links in it. It has a link for more information on vanilla ice cream and a link in it for more information on chocolate ice cream. Vanilla ice cream is a low profit item. Chocolate ice cream is where it's at. So maybe if they click on the vanilla ice cream link, what you could have happen is you could have a second email go out to them automatically saying something like, listen, if you order this week by Friday, we'll give you an extra 10% off your order. Okay, so let me back up for a second. They clicked on the vanilla ice cream link for more information, and automatically behind the scenes an email goes out that tells them they can get a discount if they order by Friday. But vanilla isn't that big a profit item for you, so you really want to focus on chocolate. And chocolate is good enough that when someone clicks on the chocolate link, flags go up. This is like a really great sales opportunity for you. So one of the things you could do is if they click on that chocolate link, you could potentially have them have an email go right out to them. You could also have a call scheduled in your database for you to make a call to them because they clicked on the chocolate link. So this starts to get really exciting because now you're getting intelligence coming back into ACT. And because of that intelligence, it allows you to really get interesting with this. Some of the action items you can do are you can create an activity, which I just mentioned, such as a phone call. If you have sales staff, you can create a sales opportunity. You can add it to a different type of drip campaign. Maybe you have another drip marketing campaign specifically for people interested in chocolate ice cream. You can take all those people that clicked on the chocolate link and add them to a group and act called chocolate. Or maybe if you have a chocolate field in ACT, you can have it automatically update that field in ACT that says interested. So when you look at all your contacts, you can find all the people that appeared to be interested in chocolate. So this is, in my opinion, just so wide open, and all the things you can do with it, I find it incredibly compelling and exciting because the problem we have as ACT users is we only have so much time in our day. So the thing that we can do with this is we can really think about it like it's a salesperson. If you had a salesperson, what are those things that you want to have happen? What are those things you'd want the salesperson to do for you? But the problem is you got to train that salesperson. It's time consuming. It's a lot of work. So in my opinion, one of the things about this is the possibilities. In my opinion, the possibilities are endless. There's so much you can do with it. It's unbelievable. And that's why I'm really excited about this. I think it's a game changer for ACT users. Yes, you need to have a subscription to ACT. If you have ACT Pro, it's not going to work. It's not available to you. But what I hope you'll see is that this investment can come back to you many times over. And I think a great way to think about it is this. If you sell a high-ticket item, if you get one extra sale a year just because of the email marketing campaigns and drip marketing you've put together, is it worth it? Absolutely. If you have smaller ticket items, is this a great tool for you as well? Absolutely, because if you stay in touch with people, you can do all kinds of things to make sure that your customers and your prospects know exactly what you work with. It's absolutely a phenomenal and great tool. I wanted to give you my opinion on this, and I've said it all through this video. These are my opinions, these are my thoughts, but I want you to think differently. And I don't want you to look at this as like, oh my God, I got to spend a lot of money on it. I want you to look at it as, wow, this really could change the way I do things, because I believe that. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tony Hollowitz, and I want to thank you so much for being here to take the time to listen to this. You have a great day.